and welcome to the Altered Carbon RPG playthrough part 2. So today we're going to be finishing up our campaign and kind of what happened. I am Gloryhound. This is...
You can call me Magnus or Dr. Gloryhogg for the fans.
That's right, and we have...
I'm Brendan Carrion, and I'm playing Gerard.
That's right, and I'm playing Sato. And then we also have our lovely Game Master over here.
I am the mainframe, or pseudo, because I have root access and control over the entire world.
Oh my god.
Yes, you have all the power. So much power.
One could say I'm drunk on the power.
Are you drunk on the power
I am
already?
not drunk on the power. I wish I was, but no.
We should have given you a beer. That would have been better.
Yeah, loosen me up a little bit. It's a family-friendly channel.
That's
Kids,
true. That's
don't drink.
true. We're
Don't
family
drink, kids.
friendly, okay?
Don't drink unless you're over 30.
This is a little PG-13, so.
So we're going to leave off from where we were at before, and I'm going to kind of let Adam take it from there, okay?
All right. So, in our last installment, 2 of our intrepid cell of future freedom fighters, or perhaps terrorists, found themselves awakening in a re-sleeve facility, having been ambushed by a gang called the Rats, who they were trying to buy some explosives off of. The plan being to take these explosives, plant them at the base of one of the meth towers, bring it down, and teach those immortal godlike beings that they can still fall to the earth and from grace. However, that didn't happen. Going outside, they found their old friend Saito, went and acquired some weapons, found out that there was an agreement between their ally, or so they thought, and the gang that had ambushed them. They went to confront the Rats. There was a firefight, and they were victorious. Now they find themselves outside of the warehouse, seeking to gain entrance after having disabled all of the security protocols so that they can get their hands on those explosives and continue their mission. You find yourself on the docks, sea spray coming up over the sides, that same fishy odor assaulting your senses, and that briny smell of the ocean and of kelp. This building is in better shape of those around it. They're kind of skeletal and they've fallen apart. This one has been shored up, though from the outside it doesn't really look like much. But appearances can be deceiving. The doors are disabled. You can gain access if you want. They're those heavy steel doors. What would you like to do?
I would first like to take a look at the 2 rats I iced, the ones I slagged.
You did. You slagged them. You destroyed their stacks.
Is there anything of military or combat importance on them, like ammo, guns?
They have some ammo, and they have the guns that they were firing at you.
Okay. And those were, what type of guns were those?
They were small arms. They weren't anything significant. They were counting on if there were any problems going inside and letting their automated defense systems take care of things, but you've taken care of those, and they're offline.
I still want to collect up their small arms, at least into the point where we go into the warehouse so I can jump them by the door so they're just not out there for somebody else to randomly pick up and decide to start shooting at us.
Right, you don't want a kid finding them, right?
Right.
Or,
well,
yeah,
anything. Definitely no kids.
A murderous skull at this point.
A murderous seagull?
It's altered carbon.
It's true.
Who knows what's in that seagull's brain?
Can we search them to see, the doors, I'm assuming, are locked?
No, he said that they were disabled.
They're disabled.
Oh, they're disabled.
This is all. This was all part of the the network.
The defense system, because you took care of all the defenses, right?
Yeah.
Did you get up from the ground, or are you still just
no, I just
you brush yourself off. You're like
skulked in the shadows.
Yeah, and then I light a cigarette, and I'm just like admire. I was roasting him for being a homicidal maniac.
That's okay.
There's like no reason to kill those guys, like final death them. So
well,
but then I'll go ahead and just like. Because is there like one of those roll-up doors?
It's one of the ones where you pull the lever and it slides.
Oh, okay.
That heavy groan in the
wheel. So while he's doing that, I'm going to have my weapon trained on the door, so when it slides open, I can just make sure that I can pry off the room and make sure there's no other threats in the room that we didn't account for.
I'm just going to take another look out back.
You kind of lean in and look around, and you're not seeing anything. Knowing what you know, you can see the little portholes that have been put into the roof where those automated guns would come down. You pick up a brick and toss it into the room, and it just kind of clatters across the floor harmlessly, and nothing happens.
Nice. I'm going to toss the 2 guns on the inside of this door here.
Okay.
Kind of
they
off to the
also
side.
clatter harmlessly inside of the building.
At this point, I feel fairly secure, so I'm going to take point and start walking into the warehouse to kind of explore it more to see what else is in there.
Okay, you move inside, and as soon as you step inside, thin strips of LED lights light up, and you can see it's mostly barren inside of here, except for there is a little kind of raised dais in the middle with a case sitting on top of it, and it is a gene-encoded locked case.
Son of a...
I thought this was a warehouse. Isn't there like supposed to be pallets and stuff here?
They have cleared all of that out. They don't want anything getting in the way of their automated defense system's field of fire.
Makes sense.
They want a kill zone.
So that's okay. So based off of where the turrets were at, it looks like the turrets were there to not essentially protect them, but to protect what's in that case.
In the case, yeah.
Like protecting them is just like a side effect.
Right.
Right.
It's fairly sizable too. It is a good-sized case.
5 turrets for one case. Like, whatever's in this case is going to be good.
Yeah, because I was expecting to come here to find, like all the credits they've been stealing and like other guns and they've been stockpiling.
Yeah.
I know they've been stockpiling
What was it?
explosives.
Richard told us that there was explosives.
He made it
that's
sound
why
like
we're
there
here.
was all
There's
kinds of
huge
stuff.
Yeah, there was some big explosives.
Well, that's
here,
the only reason
so.
why you deal with the rats is to get the sludge that they turn into explosives. So
I take a look at the case. Like, does it look like? I mean, you say gene encoded. But what does that really mean?
You would have to thumbprint it, or stick your finger onto it. It would read your DNA to try and determine if you are the person who is able to open this, and if not, there is probably a countermeasure.
But there's got to be a way around that.
is
there
it so?
probably is.
Is it
Would
a
you like to
thumbprint
try?
or a
I
finger?
It's a finger or a thumb.
I'm gonna go get some thumbs.
Okay.
Oh my
you
gosh.
think that
Oh
you think
my
these dweebs that are just guarding the place can get into this?
It's their warehouse.
I don't think that.
I'm
I
gonna.
don't know.
Can't you just go
Yeah,
ahead
I'm gonna.
and
Can I?
he took care of the turrets and stuff.
Yeah,
Let him do his thing.
I'm gonna bust out
I'll
like
give
my
you-
deck, and I'm gonna like run a quick diagnostic.
wanna
to
Okay, go ahead.
see kind of like what the.
I'll give you 10 minutes and then I'm going to
So
get
this
thumbs.
is going to be a 3, but because
You-
you have
you-
the +2, it's going to be a 5.
and
from
what
your
am I
deck.
rolling?
You want to roll under that.
You're going to roll your data engineering.
Data
Yep.
analysis. On D6.
Yep.
5.
to get under a 5.
Ah!
You have
Okay,
3.
got
Got it.
3.
All right. It kind of hesitates for a second, then it blinks, and it beeps, and you can hear, and it opens.
Oh, hey.
Does it do
Opened
that
it.
cool thing where like smoke rolls out of it? Is this like a
Like dried
refrigerated
ice?
case?
Yeah, we'll have some nice little cloud kind of billow out the
nice.
edges. And looking into it, you can see that it has been filled with bricks of concentrated explosive gel.
Oh baby, we got some plastic.
Does it need to be like kept cold or anything? I mean, are we like on a time limit for it to go now or what?
Well,
You figure you can just close the lid on
like
the case and
what's
walk
the
out with it.
stability on this?
Well,
on
if
this
it's
type of
is it plastique like C4?
No. So
this is future.
this is future tech. This is
C4.
this is
2000.
enough to bring down a building.
Okay. Because I was gonna say if it's C4, you need heat and pressure. I don't.
Right.
Do I have any background knowledge on this particular type of explosive,
Oh, that's a good call.
so that I know what triggers it specifically?
I would like
And if
to
not,
roll
that's
for
fine.
space
I just
C4.
want to know.
So we're gonna go ahead and say that is
Geography.
either an engineering or a science check.
All right. What do I got here? That's data engineering.
You got
It's
some
gonna be under
engineering and
intelligence.
Science over there.
Ooh, your
Gerard?
engineering ain't great.
No, neither is
Yeah.
my science. Okay, I'm
My
just gonna
engineering's not great
say
either. Come
that
on.
I don't know what this. I know it's an explosive, but I don't know what type. I don't know
Hold
what
on.
type of explosive this is.
Maybe we can call somebody.
You suspect you'll need some kind of detonator, but you don't really know.
I say
Why don't
we
you
sit-
call somebody, Sato?
I don't know what I'm looking at here. Like, I'm assuming this is dangerous. It was guarded by, what, 5 turrets up here?
Let's seal it up
Like-
and get it back to the safe house.
Yeah, we need to make sure we got all the pieces for it, though. Like, I don't
Well-
want to bring this back to safe house and then have somebody push the button.
That's a fair point,
Yeah.
actually.
That would be him.
Let's not take
He's
it
the one that would
to.
do it.
Let's not take it to our safe house. Let's take it to a. I mean, because if we have safe houses, I'm assuming there's more than one. Let's take it to one we're not currently going to be hanging out in all day. Or is
Well-
there somewhere we can? Or do we know somebody else we can stash this with, or somebody else that has more information on
Can we
this?
first off, can we take a look around, make sure that there's nothing else that we see that is?
Give me a search check.
I'm not terrible at search.
'Kay.
What? How searchy are you?
I have exactly D10 of
Ooh,
searchiness.
ooh,
Going against a
I'm-
7.
I'm
A
more
7.
searchy.
You are. You should search.
I'm more searchy than you are.
You should get your investigation on, okay?
I'm looking. I begin to search.
Okay.
The facility.
Ooh, a search with a 3.
You searched better than I hit 7.
Okay. There isn't anything in here of import other than the explosives and the defense system, but there is a camera network that is recording you that you may want to overwrite and disable if you're looking to cover your tracks.
But how was I not aware of this previously?
Hold on. Hey, Gerard.
It is not wired into the network. It's local only. So
we can find out where it's storing the information then.
With a 3, she has found out where it's storing the information.
Oh.
So, Gerard, I just want to let you know that it looks like this wire that's running up the wall here, that's kind of like, I think this is part of like some sort of system here. Maybe you want to take a look at that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take a look. I'll look into that.
I'm gonna re-steal the explosive.
That seems like
Close the case.
I'm not stoked to hear that. So I'm gonna hack it.
Okay.
Analysis again.
Yeah, analysis or engineering.
I mean, it's the same either way.
We need to hurry this up, guys. We've been here too long.
Yeah, you're actually able to go back in and overwrite a loop so that it doesn't appear that anyone was ever in here.
Oh yeah. And I'm also going to edit out all the sounds of like the clattering of gunfire on the outside.
Right.
You know, make sure that the loop is like long enough that none of the
So basically it'll look like the case was here until a couple hours from now when it comes back online, and the case will not be here anymore.
All right, let's get this case out of here, I guess.
We're sure that the case does not have some kind of homing device in it. When I analyzed it before.
Yeah, you didn't see anything like that.
Okay, good.
Now,
can we carry it? Are we strong enough?
Yeah.
He is. You should be fine.
Nice.
All right.
I mean, you're yoked, right? So you
can
probably carry it.
Like between the two of you, I think you guys can get it out of here. Let's get this out of here.
Cool, let's do it. I leave with it.
Okay. You move outside of the docks and further away, I'm assuming.
You're not weak yourself, you know.
Where would you like to go?
I'm the leader.
Wow. Where would I like?
All right, leader, where do we stash these explosives?
All right, we gotta take this.
And didn't we take like an Uber here?
Yeah. we're like carrying it out. Dude,
so here's
first
the
off,
thing.
we need to walk a half mile or something. Like we need to get in some back alley or something. Like we can't just like roll up here with some dead people hanging out here.
Exactly.
In a car.
And we don't want to call it ourselves if we don't have
That's
to.
a good point. I hadn't thought of that.
How are credits stored? Credits are stored like on your actual thumbprint, correct?
So that is your digital ID. Or you have credit.
Sounds
chips
like I'm going
on the
back
back
to get thumbs again, guys.
You have credit chips on the back of your sheet that you can spend if you don't want to be traceable.
What about the credit chips that were in the pockets of those guys?
They do not have credit
thumbs,
chips.
Right?
They are low. No, you actually. So there's two different kinds. There's your digital identity, which is your credit.
Which is always on you.
Which is always on you, and then there are credit chips on the back of your sheet. If you look,
that's why we have 3 credit
right here,
chips.
There are credit areas, and it tells you the type of chips and the credits that you have. So you should see that you have credits of level 1 or level 2, but no other ones. No level 3, level 4, certainly no level 5.
Okay.
If I did put any of those on there, then that was my fault. But they shouldn't be.
So we were not able to find any loose credit chips on these guys, though?
No. These guys are poor.
But we want to make it like untraceable, like we left here, because we don't want to leave a trail.
Right.
Since I touched those guns, I'm going to pick those guns back up, shove them in the back of my waistband, take them out of here with me.
You could. Yeah, you can do that. You could also throw them over the edge of the dock.
I'm going to take them with. They're still guns.
Okay.
Who throws guns away? No one who's
Sell
actually ever bought
later.
a gun just throws a gun away.
Sell them for chips.
Yeah.
There's always a backup, too.
That's fair.
All right. So...
You guys are just habitual collectors, I've noticed in this game.
I'm just gonna
collecting
say,
stacks and guns.
I've never met somebody who found a gun that wasn't like, I'm just going to keep this. They're like, I'm going to actually toss this away.
Listen, if somebody finds us, there's going to be so much incriminating evidence on us.
Here's the deal.
You are technically dealing in stolen DHF at this point because you are carrying stacks.
Yeah, that's fine.
That happens.
I technically belong to one of the meths, but that doesn't stop me from trying to blow them up.
So, hey, guys, let's take this case down this alley over here, and then let's at least get across the street or something like that.
Seems legit. Let's do it. Done. On it.
Yeah, we're not, like, just hanging out with all these people here and everything, okay? And then...
So let's make our way out of the warehouse, what you're saying. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's... around the corner.
Are you able to call up a cab? So these things are automated.
We can. I just don't want to do it
automated
here
air cars.
at this location.
You move away, and the sound of gulls begins to faintly recede into the distance, and that smell of the ocean recedes back to the more familiar smell of oily, dirty streets.
These air cars, do they have a trunk that would accommodate something as big as this explosives case?
We can request an air truck, right?
Yeah.
An air van.
Like a bigger one.
You may want to do some obfuscation of you taking that air car and having the case and loading it into it. That might be a good idea.
So we need to figure out how to cover this case.
I'm going back for some thumbs.
No.
It's covered in thumbs. All right. Well, what are we covered in? So there's nothing really in the warehouse that's really that we could really cover it in. But you said we found a back alley. Is there anything in this back alley? Old tarp?
Search
like
around.
Like a box. Like we could just find a box.
Do a search check. A roll?
Yeah.
All right.
Search.
Are there some Amazon boxes out here? Or?
I will.
It's space Amazon boxes, okay?
One.
Yeah, you find
deal with me.
This old tarp that
you find
can
a ghillie suit,
wrap it up in.
On there. Wow, perfect camouflage.
You find an old tarp that you are able to wrap it up in, and you can disguise what it is. It's now essentially just a nondescript mass.
Right. It's funny. That's my first girlfriend's name. Sorry.
Awkward pause.
Awkward. Well. Okay.
This is to the FBI.
Magnus,
please.
You've already shared that with us
before. That's what I call her as our pet nickname.
That's not something I want to go back into. Okay, so.
Pardon me.
How?
That's why I have a scary +1.
Now we got to go ahead.
Or a scary person.
Now we got to go ahead and figure out how to cover our tracks because I don't want to get this space Uber X up.
Well, that's why we're using the credit chips that are separate from us, so we're not connected to them. It's like
yeah,
using a burner phone.
Can you do that?
Yeah,
don't their feeds have to? Their
thumbs
don't have to be alive.
We didn't find any credit chips off the guy.
No, you guys have. You all should have credits.
I feel like you
on
guys
the back of your sheet.
Right here.
Right.
Look.
Okay. But then these are non-traceable credits then.
Yes.
Yeah, they're like burner credits.
Then let's do this.
All right.
Get some burner credits up in here.
It's the difference between when you use your credit card versus when you pay in cash, right? Like
Okay, got it.
If you pay in cash, they shouldn't be able to track your purchase unless you punch in your phone number because you want.
Right. Plus, we're putting a nondescript package in the back. We're
going
to some place. We won't go right to our safe house.
I'm going to go ahead and use my credit chip thing to go ahead and call up our. I don't even know what else to call it besides Space Uber
Air car.
X. Our air car.
So you just mark off that you spent the credit, and the air car descends. It's automated. You go in, and there is a slot for you to insert the credit chip into.
Sick.
I'm assuming that's how it would sound.
All right,
go ahead and get that stuff in.
We're going to take this back to our safe house then?
No, we're going to take it back to the other house.
Okay, well, you've got the address, so I'm trusting you to get it done. Me and him will load it up in the back real quick.
All right, so do I have another location that we can bring this to?
A second location, huh?
Like either a warehouse or someplace else. I just don't want it exactly where we're...
Go ahead and
spend
an influence.
Okay.
Okay.
Spending influence, where is that at here?
It's up on the top.
Yeah, so up on the top.
Okay, so I just spend one?
So you get in touch with your contacts, and they let you know that they will give you a safe house to secure this in.
Okay. All right. I think we got us covered. We're gonna have another safe house here that we can go ahead and drop this off at.
Sick. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Do it to it.
Okay. The air car begins to take you up, and you begin to go towards the towers, and you come to one of the tonier areas. Not where the meth lived,
but where sun might actually reach them occasionally.
Just kind of below the cloud level, but it's nice. There's a terrace, and the air car can kind of land and open out onto that, and you can step out onto it.
Have I ever been up this high?
You have never been up this high.
I feel kind of queasy. I'm like sitting in the back of the air car, and I'm all like, not wanting to look out the windows. I'm like breathing in through my nose, like.
So I'm not going to do that thing they do in the movies where you like cock your gun for the first time ever. I'm just going to click that safety off of that submachine gun underneath my coat and get ready for that door to open.
That just sounds really high up.
We are getting a little high, aren't we?
You step out, and there are actual planters with real plants in them. The flooring is real stone. and there are doors with leaded inlay windows that have no bars or any kind of security on them.
Where the hell are you taking us, Sato?
This is the place my contact gave me.
Seems a little ritzy to be dropping a bomb off in here. And
Yeah, you flying blind, Sato? This is crazy.
Man, that's what my contact gave me.
I
Let's just make sure we go in with caution, okay?
don't like being this high up in towers.
Pull out my gun.
Yeah.
Makes my...
Make sure I got full magazine and everything. Everybody be careful, okay? And stay close.
The door is not locked. It doesn't need to be. There's no other way to get up here.
So let's take the case out of the back of this car so the car can leave.
Yeah.
Let's go check it out.
All right. I say we keep the case, I don't know.
Just put it
on
in the
terrace or
driveway. I
something,
mean, at this point, yeah.
Yeah,
There's only so much we can do for security until we check this place out.
right.
So I'm going to pull the case out of the back with my man over here, G.
Mm-hmm.
Drop it down, and then I'm going to go for this front door and start trying to see if I can check it out.
Okay. It opens with a gentle and smooth motion that you haven't experienced before in all of your years. It doesn't hesitate. It doesn't grind. There's no resistance. The mechanism just smoothly and flawlessly works. And it just click and slides open.
I'm going to head inside.
Okay. You step inside. The air is sweet, ambrosial, cloying in a way. It doesn't stink of pollution and detritus. There's no smell of urine or bodies. Over the speakers, there's the soft, dulcet tones of violins being played at low volume. You can see actual upholstered furniture made out of wood, chaise lounges, and long drawers of dressers. Artwork hangs on the walls.
So I'm definitely not digging the vibe of this place. I mean, yeah, it looks nice, but this looks way nicer than anything I've ever seen.
Yes.
This just feels uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any people around here, or does it look like there's any kind of...
It looks abandoned. The only thing that you see is an automated cleaning robot kind of moving around and keeping
At this
things
point, I'm going to turn over and look over at Sato
tidy.
and be like, who the heck did you call?
This is the place my contact gave me. I don't like it either.
Who do you know that has this kind of money, this kind of credits?
I don't know. This is a surprise to me too. I wasn't expecting to come up here. I was just given a drop zone place.
I go to the refrigerator. Is there a refrigerator?
There is
I open it up. What's in it?
actual real meat
Gross. Meat?
and cheeses and fruits and vegetables, things that you've never seen in your life.
I just start eating them. I start eating
You
it.
just grab like raw meat and
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I'm just like eating. I'm like eating an apple with one hand. I'm eating like a steak with the other hand.
you're
and
just
then
sitting
there's
there
like
chewing.
there's
And
like-
it,
there's like this there's like a like beers, like real beers. I'm like
Yeah.
sticking them into my arm.
having never had it before, there's something like primally satisfying about chewing on it, and the flavor that comes out of it is nothing you've ever experienced in your entire life.
like, yo, Magnus, you gotta get on this, dude.
I'm going to actually
Dude.
go for some of that fruit.
Okay.
I don't trust the meat. It doesn't look like anything I've ever eaten before, but fruit instinctively looks like food. I'm going to go
You-
eat the fruit.
Yeah.
Like,
It's sweet. It's unbelievably sweet.
Not watery like the make-believe fruit we have down in the ground.
Not synthetic, not chemical, but sweet. You feel like your chest welling up
Like I'm being
As-
refreshed
as
by...
you're eating it. Just it's stirring emotions in you that you didn't really know were there. As it satisfies you in a way that you haven't been satisfied before.
That's a hell of an apple right there.
Well, if you haven't had
You've never
fruit,
had an apple.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I mean, obviously I'm going to
I'm
keep
gonna go
eating the
eat.
fruit. This place is just
I'm gonna
really freaking me out, though. If we're
Yeah.
gonna get the case in here, we should, but we should probably take some of this food with us.
keep my
Yeah,
gun out
yeah.
and look around.
How
and
long
I'm
are we
just
supposed to be here, Sato?
gonna keep up my paranoia of looking back.
So what's the next move? I say as I'm like twisting like off beer tops and like literally just like pounding it like there's like froth like dripping down my face.
Like Stone Cold style. Or
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I've never been
I'm
here
really
before.
glad you're here.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never been here. We should take some of the food, maybe see. I don't know about leaving the case here, you know?
Yeah, we're not leaving the case. Come on. Nah.
I also don't want to get blown up, though, either.
Why do we get blown up? What's that even mean?
Well, we don't even have. There doesn't seem like there's any kind of detonator or anything. I mean, I've
Yeah.
done enough explosives to know what a detonator looks like, and there's not a way to blow this up that I can see.
Right.
So it sounds
So
like
we're
we need
totally
to find a way.
safe.
We need to find somebody that can get us a detonator in the first place. Who do we know that can get us one?
That's tech stuff. That's going to be Gerard. It's going to be G.
Who?
Well-
I got a who? Who am I looking for?
Tech stuff. Get us
Oh,
a
tech stuff.
Get
I
us
thought
a
you said-
detonator.
I
Tech
thought-
stuff.
I thought you said Texta, and I was like, who's Texta? I forgot all about her.
I know somebody that could probably get us some stuff. I know somebody that can get us a timer at least, if nothing else.
A timer?
So-
Yeah, okay. All right. Let's
Here,
do it. Let's do
Grab
it.
It's not remote detonation, but let's take this with us and go find Risk.
Sure.
Let's get the food.
Get the food.
Let's take, a quick look around, and then let's get out of here. And let's go ahead and go find some sort of detonator that we can get for this and everything. I just don't want to be around this case a whole lot. While we don't have anything to activate it, or we don't know enough about the case.
All right, well, let's go find Risk then.
All right. Grab more apples and let's go.
All right, let's do it. So wait, are we leaving?
Yeah, let's go
Yeah.
find Risk, because Risk can get us at least a detonator of some sort.
All right.
It's the only person I know that knows
I
anything
want to
about
go in there. I
explosives.
want to go back out in the car. It's freaking me
well,
out, man.
Yeah, you did just eat a lot. That's not good. That's not. Is there anything around that we can get him, like, just in case, like,
There's
bowl?
waste baskets. There is also an elevator that's coded, but
Oh.
it appears that there is a activator for it, like an activation card for it, hanging next to where it is.
Look at these people. They don't even, like, protect anything up here. There's a card here with, like, an elevator thing. Like,
Where's the elevator go?
I'm gonna swipe it.
You swipe it, and you just hear a like a whoosh of air, and then ding, and the doors glide open without a sound.
Huh.
We
There's a
wanna check
marbled
it out?
elevator.
Yeah, we should probably check it out. I mean,
All
It's
right,
also
let's do it.
glass on the back, so you can see out
ooh, what's on the outside?
just the
Just
rest of the city.
Rest of the city.
I just charve immediately upon
Okay.
seeing it.
God.
Into the bucket or
Yeah,
just
I'm gonna
on the
jump
floor?
back.
I kind of like I get into
Jesus.
like one of the plants.
Okay.
Ugh.
A lot of vomiting from that character.
That's a yeah.
I
He's
too
got a-
will play all
He
the
doesn't know how to
senses, Adam.
contain
He has a
himself.
delicate
too.
stomach.
He ate too many apples. He's up too
It's
high.
true.
He's been drinking beer.
Well, he
He
ate
ate
raw
raw
meat.
meat.
And
No,
pork.
he ate
It's
raw
true.
meat. That's true.
This is true.
I'm almost more
It all
upset
adds
that
up.
It's probably
I withdraw.
grass-fed. It's probably
I withdraw
grass-fed.
that comment. that is true.
I'm almost more upset that he puked on the plant, because as long as like plants are exactly common down on the ground.
Yeah.
So
Or that, I mean, you
Any of
puked
this
up all
stuff
those
is.
apples and stuff, dude.
I can't take looking at
Yeah.
that city. It's so weird.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Oh, it's messing
Close
with
your
me.
eyes.
It
all
hurts.
right, I'm gonna get in the elevator.
All
Come
right.
on, guys.
And help.
As soon as they're in, I'm
And
gonna
then-
push the button.
Okay. It begins
Just-
to
I'm just-
drop.
I'm
It's
just like,
this
oh my-
unsettling
oh
feeling
my
of
God.
your
Oh.
stomach bottoming out on you, which
Yeah.
you
I
haven't
hate it.
really ever felt
I
before.
felt it. It's not good.
And
Your
then
stomach's up in your throat.
yeah, and then it comes to a nice gentle comes to a nice gentle stop, and opens, and then there's this like gnarled, rusted pole gate in front of you with a card reader on the inside that you badge to, and then you have to grab it and wrench it open, and it
This
kind
is
of
a bit more familiar.
shudders and hesitates, and moisture falls off of
Kind
it,
of
and
glad
the
we're back on the
oxidation
Yeah.
flakes off on your skin, dyeing it orange, and you're able to finally pull it open, and as soon as you're clear, the thing closes and goes back up, and the the doors close and then you pull the gate closed behind you.
Good riddance. What a
so
nightmare.
There's
The
no way to
weirdest place.
activate it from outside. It's only one of those things, so you can only open it from the inside. So it's an escape hatch, basically, for some. I'm guessing this must be for some bureaucrat or something. They're the only ones that can live even anywhere near the clouds.
And then what are they coming down to the ground for?
To get away if they need to escape. You got to think anybody who's
Escaping
a bureaucrat.
from up there?
Anyone who's a bureaucrat is not a meth and is not a grounder. They're in that weird in between. It's a very thin line of bureaucrats and upper officials.
They're dealing
and
with
everything.
both.
Right, and they might need to come down to the ground for a reason. I don't know why. I know I wouldn't trust my life to the meths and not having a way to get away from them if I need to. They don't treat people like people.
Once we're on the ground, do we know where we're at, or like?
Yeah, you have an idea of where you're at. You're not in Licktown.
Okay.
You're in one of the nicer areas.
Okay. All right, guys. Let's go back to the safe house and then
Try to meet up with Risk.
Yeah, try to figure out this whole situation.
Are you able to, if I give you his information, are you able to look him up on your deck?
Yeah, sure.
Try to get in contact.
You need me to do that with a die roll?
And hey, get those apples like here. And I'll, like give you a bag to put them in. We don't want people just walking around seeing us with these. There's not a bunch of apples just out here.
What, you want to carry the apples?
Whatever, like as long as we put them in something so they're not out and people aren't just seeing them everywhere.
I keep one for myself.
Okay.
We don't want to draw too much attention.
Tuck one inside of your jacket.
I also, in one of my cargo pockets, have a big wedge of cheddar cheese.
Okay.
There you go.
Yummy. All right, so I call.
I don't know much about
Risk.
cheese, but I haven't seen very many
Risk is
cows.
the contact.
Yeah, Risk.
So I call that guy up on the interwebs. Like,
Okay.
Beep boop beep boop.
So you know him as someone who's one of these intermediaries between the different levels of society. So he actually lives close to this area.
Oh,
and
how convenient.
he considers himself above the grounders.
The thing to know about Risk, guys, he's got enough money to have his own guards and everything. And he might not be 100% happy to see me. It just depends. Some people can hold grudges.
What'd you do?
I don't really got the time to go into this now, but he's the only person I know that can get us what we need now. But we kind of probably should be prepared for potentially a fight when we get there.
Oh, you? Not you. Not this guy.
Are you saying you rubbed somebody the wrong way again?
Maybe. But he usually has like 2 or 3 guys with him, tops.
Oh,
Not
is
a
that
big
it?
deal.
Yeah.
2 or 3 guys. Sure.
Tops.
I mean, I guess. You're going in first?
Sure. We could probably potentially try talking our way in, though, also, before he sees me. That might be a better plan.
All right, so you want me to go and talk to him first then?
You're our politician.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Are you walking or are you taking a car? I'm assuming you're taking a car.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when we
take car.
stop, I would like to lurk in the alley. One of the alleyways.
This is not really an area
Get
with
your lurk
lurkable
on.
alleyways.
Well, I'm going to try to lurk as inconspicuously as possible. Close enough if I can hear gunfire to come run in, but not so close that, like, the security cams are picking me up instantly.
You mean you're shadily just going to wait on the other street corner?
Like when you fly casual, just like...
He actually has a detached building. It's
unique.
kind of
fancy.
squat and narrow and everything, but he does have his own detached building. And you go up outside, there's a couple columns out of the front door. And it is one of those heavy security doors with a panel next to it.
Okay, let me think. Okay. And we're going here to figure out what the heck that's in that box, right?
Detonators, right.
Okay.
And anything else we might need, like if we need any kind of like... he's the type of person that can get us information like building plans, detonators, that type of stuff.
Should I be... I'm going to like knock, but not like... Hold on. I'm not going to like police knock or anything like that. Just like a quick little...
Well, it's a big steel door, right? It's got to have a buzzer or something.
Yeah, there's a panel next to it. With
All
that
right,
screen.
then I'm pressing the button.
Okay, you
Who
press
does
it, and
anything
a
so
little
pedestrian as knocking?
holographic projection of a face appears on it, and kind of looks to be a servant of some kind. It says, "Can I help you?"
Hey, we're looking for Risk here. We have something we need to get some tech for.
Who, may I say, is calling at this hour?
It's Sato.
One moment. And then the door opens.
I'll take that as my cue that I can follow along. And hopefully we'll get far enough in before he sees me.
Okay.
All right.
You move into the building. It's marbled. Not with particularly nice marble, but it is marble.
Still, he does like
I
to
don't
put
know
on
the
airs.
difference. I don't know the difference between good marble and bad marble.
You,
To me,
yeah,
it's
you
just
just look at it, it's all marble. It could
They
be that
marble.
Walk
plastic
you down
that
this
you just stick on
hallway,
there. Like
past
marble.
these little vases and statues and art pieces, and then you come to another interior wooden door, and they open it up, and you can see this gentleman standing there, and he is in a lavender suit with a silk blouse and sipping out of a small crystal glass, and then on either side he is flanked by two men in like essentially full flak armor with the faceless masks and large bore energy weapons.
Well then.
So all three of us walked in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just looks like we're interrupting.
Hey, Riz.
That's got a big night ahead of you.
He turns and looks over his shoulder at you. I bid you welcome. What is it that you seek, Sato? Don't waste my time.
Listen, we got some interesting stuff that we need some tech for, okay? High-level explosives. We found a detonator. And what else did we need from here?
We need building plans.
Building plans.
And what exactly are you planning to do with high explosives?
I think that's
Or should
our
I
business.
not worry my pretty little head about it?
Listen, we're always safe, okay?
Are we? I feel like he's very dangerous, and he makes me uncomfortable.
This guy right here, don't worry about him. I've got him covered.
Magnum, isn't it?
Magnus.
Doesn't matter.
Listen, can you
New
get us what we
sleeve.
need?
You went all out?
This is what I got.
Suits you. Not familiar with you.
Hey,
You
I'm
have
just
a
here for the party.
familiar air.
I bust out my cheese
Huh.
and begin to eat.
Wow.
Delightful. I see your friend's manners have not improved in any meaningful or measurable sense.
Listen, we get the job done, and we get the job done right, and
He sits down and crosses his legs. He goes, "Convince me."
convince you. What do you need to be convinced of?
Well, you come in here asking me for things. What are you offering in return? I'm assuming not credits, or you would have just come right out and said that.
What do you want?
What do you have? Because right now what I see are a couple of low-rent re-sleeves, and you. I mean, I'd have taken your watch, but it doesn't seem that you have that anymore. Fallen on hard times?
He's got to bring up the watch. He's got to bring up the watch. He's got to bring up the watch. We have some stacks that can be traded. If that's interesting. What else we got, guys?
There's something you want from the Mets, and we can get it for you.
Trade, then.
Trade.
You're willing to go into my debt for this little favor?
We
Because
are.
I will call that marker in.
We're willing.
All right. It sounds like a bargain. I can be convinced.
What we need is a detonator for these explosives, and we need a map or some type of building architectural plans for this specific place here, and I'm going to send him the information of the place we're looking for.
Bancroft Tower.
Yes.
Let me see if I follow this delicate spider silk thread that you've laid out here for me. You've acquired high explosives. You're looking for a detonator, and you want an architectural diagram of Bancroft Tower. Whatever could you be planning?
They're not necessarily related.
I think that's our business.
We're hobbyists
Hey.
of the architectural pursuits.
We're going to get you what you want, and it's none of your business.
What if what I want is in that tower?
I know it is, but we can get it to you, and then if that house is no longer there, no one's going to know it's missing. So even if Bancroft or anybody else needle cast their way out of there, there'll be no proof that you have what you want. There'll be no way to trace it back to you.
How are you planning on getting access?
We have a way. Just like you don't disclose your ways, we're not going to disclose ours.
How coy. Taking an awful risk trusting you like this.
We're taking a risk trusting you. You could just call up Bancroft and there's nothing we could do about it.
You know we get the job done.
Gentleman's agreement.
Be careful.
Now I have the coronavirus, thanks.
Very good. Give me 2 shakes. I'll be right back.
After you leave, I'm like, I have no idea what this guy wants. I was completely bluffing.
Jeez.
Is that true? I sense motive on him.
Oh,
Okay.
you know for sure I have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm never this eloquent. If you can call this eloquent.
You can't just lead into that. I'm like, you can't just lead into that sort of thing like that and then not know, like, what.
Everybody
You don't want to be indebted.
Everybody who lives on the ground wants something from the meths.
God. All right.
If you could find out what he wants, so that would be helpful.
Okay, yep, I'm going to. All right.
He comes back in and he presents you with a small drive that he hands to you. And then he presents you with a bag, like a small bag, and you kind of can open it up and look inside, and you see the telltale signs of wired detonators inside of it.
We got these.
We have an agreement. I fulfilled my end of this bargain.
All right. So, do you know where it's housed, where we can get in
Yes.
and get what you need?
Bancroft's son has a painting by an artist named Gustav Klimt called The Kiss. I want it.
All right. Painting. Is it in his son's room then, do you know for sure? Or are we going to be looking around the entire...
Well, I don't know if he knows what his son gets up to. He's an art dealer of sorts. I imagine he probably has it off premises somewhere. Or at least not obvious. But I'll leave that to you capable individuals to figure out. You seem intelligent and quick on your feet. And he pointedly kind of stares at Magnus when he says that.
Why, thank you. We'll get it taken care of.
See that you do. Don't make me regret this. I'd hate to have to send the twins after you. You won't like it.
You keep your twins where they're at. We got this. I'm going to go ahead and the little drive, this is like a little drive thing they gave me, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably for you. Here.
Cool, I take it.
Oops. All right.
I'm going to head out. Just going to go. We should go.
Pleasure doing business with you.
It's not concluded yet. TikTok.
We'll be back.
All right. I'm going to leave, head out, and...
As soon as we're outside, I'm going to be like, oh, God.
Dude. What the hell? I'm going to let's go back down over here.
I have no idea where we're going to find this painting.
This kiss painting, maybe we can look this up. It's an art dealer. This is a whole different bag here.
Just
Like,
focus on the plan.
all
We
right.
take out these meths. We don't have to worry about this person. This is small potatoes. We can just shoot them in the stack if we need to.
You can't shoot everything in the stack and just bring everything to a conclusion that way. It adds up, okay? So we got to look for Bancroft's son.
It only adds up if you count. Let's get our explosives together. Let's meet up with an explosives person and get some more crew together, and let's blow the city down. Let's blow it up.
We can get the crew together, but we also need to make sure that we have our bases covered with Bancroft's son. Do we know where Bancroft's son usually is at?
I don't even know who Bancroft is. What the hell?
So we only have so much time to do this before somebody decides to rat on us or tell us. There's too many people that know about this plan. We need to blow this house up
And worry about it later.
sooner
But
rather than later.
okay, because it's off
And we
the
need
premises.
to make sure we take
we'll be
out
fine. Okay.
his satellite also, so he doesn't just needle cast somewhere else. And
That's
then
true.
Then we've solved nothing, and then I'm
That's
still in debt,
true.
and your family's in debt, and all of our family's in debt. The whole ground is in debt to Bancroft. If we can take him out, we can finally have some measure of freedom.
All right, let's do it. We got the detonators. Let's go back and let's get some people together and everything, because we're going to need more people to go ahead and place all the detonators and everything, get this all set up. Like, this is more than a 3-person job.
Right. So
Yeah.
it's been 2 years. You
Sweet
let us know
Lord.
what cell is still around that we can get help
no
from.
kidding.
Okay. So, if we go back to the safe house,
Which one?
well, not the high up one, because somebody gets sick.
That was the nice one. though.
Somebody gets sick from that safe house. We go back to our safe house, then I can see which cells are still operational, and then we can reach out to them.
Done.
All right,
Great, let's do
let's
it.
go.
We don't even have to stop for ramen because I'm full.
Well, I guess that's true. We do have a bag of apples, so we're good.
You merrily fly back towards your safe house, crunching on apples. The safe house.
So when
in
I
the
discover
cab.
Oh,
I'm more of a
yeah.
great person.
Oh, God.
Who even knew I had preferences?
Oh, God.
I mean, I'll still eat them, but I wish I would have kept
Dang
one of
you.
the grapes.
Are you eating them like kind of holding it and
I don't
doing
even
that,
know how
or
to
are
do
you
that.
popping
You just
one
were
at a
like-
time?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
just like you're eating them like they're chicken. Like,
Right?
Are you pulling them off the stems, or are you eating the stem too?
Probably eating the stems, too.
Oh,
like,
okay.
man.
I
Like,
still
Yeah.
eat some
it
bites
tastes
even
better
now.
than the reconstituted protein,
it's an
probably.
acquired taste, I think. Very fine.
So you continue to eat your way. It's a very culinary-based adventure for some reason.
And you
Continue
said
to-
that you said that
And you
D&D
said,
cookbook
yeah,
would never be
The
used.
I
D&D
know.
culinary
I know.
adventure was going to be
I know.
bad.
I was
Fail.
wrong.
Fail.
Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea
If your
maxima
players
culpa.
are hungry, they'll make it about food.
You are correct. I was wrong, and I
I'm a
own-
little hungry.
And I
Next time bring
apologize.
Chipotle when you come over. Solve 2 problems.
There you go.
All right. We're getting back to the
Yeah, you
safe
head back
house.
to your
Okay.
gray hab safe house with the busted door and the no interior or
But it's
anything.
our
and
busted door.
it is your busted door, and you head inside. What are you looking to do here? What are you trying to accomplish?
Okay. We need to figure out what cells are still operational.
Yeah, who's
So-
still active?
Tech-wise, wouldn't we have a server where we could reach out to those people?
Maybe where you could like leave a message, but not like a direct connection.
Right.
And
We
then they
should
have
leave
to
a
check
message.
that message board and then get back.
We should leave a message, call out, try to get them here
Sure.
so we can go ahead and get this taken care of.
Set
Yeah,
up
I'm
a
sure
meet.
that you have like the most up-to-date stuff, though. I mean, I don't.
The most up-to-date stuff.
The most up-to-date
Like
like
the-
places where
right.
you leave the message.
Where we're
Oh,
gonna leave
right,
a
right,
message
right.
on the
Like my-
message board.
I've been dead for 2 years, so I don't know.
So I can get access to that portion as long as you can send out the feeds and everything like that.
Oh, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
So leave your message.
I'm trying to think of
Encrypted
what we should.
message.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what we should say. Because we don't want to be like, just meet us here.
No, you just you,
Kapow. Boom.
I'm assuming in this awesome tech world that you could leave a message. They would come back with a follow message to let you know you're talking to the right people, and then you can meet up at a designated place that everyone kind of knows about,
Right.
or that at least certain people would know about.
I mean, come on, Saito, you must have
Thinking.
like planned ahead for success of this mission.
You are our team
Right?
leader, correct?
I mean,
just
like-
making
Listen.
sure.
Like here we are, succeeding in the mission.
Your character sheet says team leader, right?
Oh, my God.
Check. 'Cause if you want me to take over this, I will.
Oh, I'm thinking. Jeez. All right. So I can go ahead and do I have the server information then for at least where we can leave the call out for everything?
You have information on digital dead drops, but you're not quite certain how fresh they are.
Okay. Okay.
You get the sense that if you do some digging around on the network, that you might be able to find something more recent.
Okay. So.
But you're not exactly sure that you're the most capable one to do that.
Right. Okay. So I have. This is the most recent stuff I have. I'm going to give you the information. Okay. I'm not sure it's fully up to date because things have been hit and stuff, and some people have gone underground and everything. Is there any way you could do a little bit of research and see if there's anything more up to date, or if there's not anything more up to date, we can at least leave a call out on this one, and hopefully somebody will return that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So what am I doing?
So you're searching.
Yeah,
You're going to do a data engineering check.
Data engineering.
I'm gonna check my weapons.
Oh, okay, I rolled another 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
You that drop got burned. That she gave you.
Oh.
It was in the hands of the Protectorate, but you are able to kind of going around and knowing the protocols and the communication mechanisms, trace down the most recent one, and there's actually active traffic on it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We're ready to rock.
All right, let's do this. So
Who contacts us back?
You get,
Who do we
after
get pinged from?
several hours, you get a ping back, and it says AI Hotel, the Requiem, L.
All right. Sounds good. You pass that information on, I'm assuming. Say we head out to the Requiem.
all right.
It's weird to meet up in an AI hotel, but
Ooh. That sounds fancy.
they're not.
They're
like,
weird.
They're like
They're weird.
stalker ex-girlfriends.
Mhm.
They're so desperate for clients.
Well, it'll be fine. Let's just go. We need people. We just need bodies to get this done.
So when we get to the Requiem, I'm going to make the suggestion that I'll go in first to scout it out and make sure that there's nobody else in there, because I don't want you guys taking another shot if you don't need to. So I'm going to walk in first, if that's all right with you, Sato, and just make sure that it's somebody that we expect, and not like a whole bunch of like people like proctorates or something.
I guess. I mean, it should be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we get to the hotel.
Get to the hotel.
Want to
It's-
open the door up, take a
You
look inside.
open up, you walk inside,
Just
and
a bunch of filthy
form
grounders.
appears next to you.
Oh, what?
Good evening,
A
sir.
form.
Oh, okay.
How are you? Welcome to the Requiem.
Doing good. I'm here for a meeting.
Who might you be looking for?
L.
Very well. One moment.
These AI hotels
She'll be
are
down
awesome.
shortly. May I get you something to drink? Please make yourself comfortable. It seems we've had an influx of guests this evening.
I'll take a fizzy water with lemon.
Synthesized lemon, all right?
That's fine.
Very good. He pulls down a glass and
Magnus
fills
is just
it.
trying to
Fizzy
act like he's
water
got
with
some
lemon.
Kind of, well, at this point, Magnus is trying to act like he's had some class. He's never actually had fizzy water, but he
Some
heard
class?
that's what
Yeah.
he heard that's what meths drink. So he's
That's it.
trying
That's what it is.
to act
You
like
eat an
he's-
apple and now you get all uppity, right?
Yeah, now I want
Putting on airs.
Hey, up next, I'm gonna have fake marble.
Changes
like the
you,
one
man.
Guy.
That's right. You get like plastered on marble.
If I'm gonna get
Serves
offered a
your-
drink,
he
I'm
serves
gonna
your
have
lemon
fizzy
water
water.
drink to you. Your
All right.
fizzy lemon water drink to you.
Nice.
Tickles your throat.
Oh, it's interesting. I've never really had anything carbonated before. Cool.
I'm gonna look at you and be like, dude, has he taken like a long time in there? I mean,
After I get done with my drink, I'm gonna
like he's
alert these two and
he's
let
like,
them know.
I'm looking around.
Okay.
Let them know that it's safe to come
I'm
in.
smoking a cigarette.
Okay.
All right.
You guys got the alert. Just think of it like as a really fancy future pager. Beep beep beep.
It's
911
just right in your eye. You get the
Alert.
message.
Alert. Okay.
says, "Come on in. The
Alright,
water's great."
Let's go ahead and head on in.
Okay,
And
great.
you walk inside. Hello. Welcome to the Requiem. How may I help you this evening?
Do we see him standing there?
Yeah, he's sitting at the bar in the
Are
back,
we,
like
are we pretending
sipping.
we don't know him? Is that our deal?
Sure. I mean,
Very
he left us waiting
Yeah.
out there, and clearly he's over there drinking something with lemon. I don't know what that
I
is.
smell
so.
jealousy in the air. I'm going to do the perception check for jealousy. Fuel me, guys.
Yeah, we're here for a meeting with Elle.
Ah, yes. She's already been summoned. Please. Have a seat. They offer you a beverage.
What beverages are available? No,
We have a
no.
fine
I say
selection.
no. I'm feeling quite well, thank you. I'll just wait for my meeting.
As you wish, sir. And you, madam?
Same. We're just gonna hang out right here.
Is there anything else I might offer you?
Can I just get regular still water now? Fizzy
He
water's making me a little...
disappears and then appears behind the bar.
Yeah,
And
just
he-
tap, I guess.
And he sets it down.
Oh, is
Oh.
fizzy water hurting your tum-tum?
There you are. And then he discorporeates and appears behind the desk again with his hands folded.
I've decided internally that Magnus does not like fizzy water. And then mistakes were made.
This is part of the headcanon.
Yeah, no, Magnus
So-
does not like fizzy water. He
Magnus,
made a
no on
mistake.
fizzy water.
Magnus,
yes
no.
on cheddar cheese.
Yes.
For Girard.
No on LaCroix. Yes on grapes.
Yeah, pro grapes, apples, middling.
Middling? Okay.
I mean, good. I mean, I never had fruit, so I don't know. I'd like to try a watermelon someday. It's top priority.
You're standing there, making idle chit-chat, drinking your still water when the elevator doors open and several people file out, and you see someone you recognize as Laura, your demolitions expert, come out. She kinda-
Lori?
Laura.
Laura.
Yeah. and
Have I ever
she-
met Laura before?
You have. She was actually one of Saito's old lovers. Sato's old lovers.
This is going to get awkward.
Ooh.
She walks out and she goes, "When we got the call, I assembled everyone. Is it true? Do we have everything that we need?"
We have everything that we need.
It's good to
Mm.
see you again.
Drop the bag. It's good to see you too.
She kind of looks at you. Go ahead and make a expression roll, and she is going to contest it with read person.
Alright.
You really got to try this fizzy water, man. It's pretty good.
I got
Yeah,
an
what's that
8.
about? What's
Okay.
that fizzy water life about?
She just
Carbonated,
looks at
it's
you,
good.
and then she kind of tilts her head, and she goes, "There's something wrong." She kind of starts to walk around you and look at you. And she does a loop, and then she comes back to the front of you and looks at you. "Where's your watch?"
I had to sell the watch. Get these 2 re-sleeved.
No.
It's a dog.
No, that was a family heirloom. Sato wouldn't have done that.
Well, sometimes you have to do what you have to do. Listen, we're going to blow up Bancroft. I think it's worth it.
Who are you?
I'm Sato.
Boss?
Kiss me. Kiss me like when we were in Prague, and I'll know it's you, Sato.
Oh my goodness. Can I roll for
Sure.
this?
Yeah. You going for expression or?
Let's go for
Yes.
stealth.
Yes.
Stealth kiss.
A stealth kiss. That's what it is. Mwah.
Yeah, just a little peck on the cheek. A chaste peck.
I got an 8. So I'm going to lean in.
She leans in as well and kisses you. And she pulls back, and you see the tears start to well up in her eyes, and then you feel the cold steel of a gun pressed up against your neck, and she goes, "We were never in Prague.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to get
Who
out my-
are you? What did you do with Sato?"
I'm going to throw out my hands. Listen. I didn't do anything with Sato. Alright?
With Sato?
But I can get you guys out of here alive if you
Where is he?
let me live.
I'm going to get up from the bar and take a step back.
You
Start to
start
get
to
my
hear
gun out.
sirens. If she moves, blow her stack out.
Got it. This is a machine gun.
I'm like,
You know
whoa,
I'm on it.
whoa, whoa.
She moves to the front, and then the AI goes, "Is everything all right?"
Go, can it, Robo dude?
I don't think everything's all right. Everybody seems to have gotten hostile.
What are you doing, Garrett?
I'm like, Magnus. Yo, what are you doing, man? This is nuts. Come on.
No watch. Shoots like... Sato was never that good of a shot. This isn't adding up, man. This is not adding up.
It suddenly clicks into place.
How did Sato get away in the first place?
That Sato was moving with, like, an operator's precision. Military capability.
I don't think this is Sato.
Listen, everybody calm down.
Outside the front, you start to see movement, and you can see the multiple orange dialed eyes of Protectorate shock troops as they're moving down the street with their guns out. Laura turns and looks at you, and she starts to lever her gun, and then the front of the building explodes in a hail of gunfire. Her body twitches, and you watch as a bluish explosion of light comes out of her neck as her stack is obliterated from the hail of automatic gunfire.
I've already turned, and I'm trying to fire back at these protectors now.
Okay, you take your gun off of Sato, and you begin to lay down fire out the window at these Protectorate shock troops as they come pouring in. The remainder of the people who are in there with you follow your lead, bring their guns up, begin shooting. The AI guns of the hotel drop down from the ceiling. They begin to train outside. They twitch for a second, and then they drop down. They spin up and begin spraying the room with automatic gunfire.
I'm going to jump behind the bar.
Okay.
I'm going to take a dive behind the bar.
Go make an athletics check to get out of the way of this hail of death and destruction.
This is when I press the X button, and then I'm safe, right?
No, that is not what the X card is
Did
for.
you guys get the med bags before we got into this? I mean, there should have been like a thing.
Yeah,
I got a
only
2.
like 2 hit
All
points.
right.
Diving behind the
You
bar.
dive
Boom!
effortlessly behind the bar with
Like a fish.
grace born out of years as a Protectorate soldier.
I'm going to do what most normal people do, which would be just drop down at the bar level, which gives me at least protection from half the guns, and I don't have to do some kind of crazy kung fu flip over it. I'm just going to immediately drop and start shooting. Now I'm going to start shooting up at the guns that I can still see.
Don't be jealous. Don't
Okay,
be
I'm
jealous.
gonna fall in next to Magnus. I'm gonna be looking for like an exit, like a door.
Okay.
There's gonna be a back
And
door,
Magnus
right?
is thinking in his head, I've got the best meat shield behind me ever right now. Because I got this big, beefy dude. They ate a lot of
Yeah,
cheese
thanks.
right behind me.
Thanks.
Hey,
Thanks. All right.
you got to think
He ate
about
a lot
combat
of cheese.
situations.
You know what? He's going to be slow, so.
I see
Yeah,
how it
this
is.
You're
big
able to
beefy
shoot
dude.
at these weapons of the hotel, but
Yeah, I'm
as
trying to
you
shoot at the actual where they're connected up at the roof, hoping to
Right.
disable them and have them fall.
Yeah, you disable them and break them, but in doing so and taking the time to do that, the Protectorate troops have now poured into the lobby and are shouting at everyone to drop their weapons and lay them down.
I'm going to take an attempt to throw one of those incendiary grenades right at him.
Okay.
All it is a ring and a spoon, my friend.
All right. Okay, do a throw check.
Oh my gosh, there's a throw on here? Oh,
Yeah.
there is. Hey, look, there's a throw.
Hey, wow,
Yeah,
that's
it's a
oddly specific.
yeah, it is literally a throw check. I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Deal with it.
Ooh.
Lands
Deal with it,
right in the middle of the front row,
fools.
and it knocks them down, but their armor is world class.
I will say, they don't. Incendiary grenades don't explode, but they can burn through an engine block.
Okay.
So they melt.
Yeah, okay.
It's not going to explode. It's only going to
Then-
hit maybe 2 or 3 of them.
Okay,
But those
so
people
then
should be on fire.
you basically light the first couple on fire, but there are enough of these guys pouring in here
If
that
I can even get 2 or 3, you know their stacks are slag.
I-
if
Oh,
they're-
God.
I think
it's all about them
I
stats.
follow his lead. I bust out my
Stats,
can of
stats.
Raid.
Mhm.
I light it on fire,
and just
and I'm just like,
all right.
All right.
deal with me, Protectorate scum.
These two are now in
Yeah.
front of you,
Can
distracted.
I, like,
Distracted?
stand up
What are
and
you talking
just...
about?
Yeah. Oh, so you're standing there, you're throwing the grenade, you guys are fighting, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, just from behind you, you hear, poof, and then everything gets very fuzzy, and you can see the ground coming up at you, but it shouldn't be. And you hit it and kind of and bounce a couple times, and then you see Garrett sailing down, and he lands next to you, and you kind of exchange a look with each other, a confused expression, and then you see Sato's boot as it steps between you and past you towards the Protectorate soldiers.
That's immediately when I go, sleeve death.
Okay. You are now in the dark. Garrett, what would you like to do?
Well, I mean, how many? Do I have hit points? Can I take actions?
No, you're
I'm gonna
on the verge of organic damage. So.
I guess I.
Join me in the dark, bro.
Huh?
Join me. Hello,
Yeah,
darkness,
yeah.
my old friend.
Yeah, punch out and.
This sucks.
Sleeve
Like
death.
the only way to potentially live is to like just 100% shut down and then just
Sleeve
hope
death.
nobody.
I get it.
Nobody
I get it.
takes
Yeah,
your
yeah,
stuff.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do
Okay.
it. Sleeve death.
And I'll
Sleeve
be
death.
like,
Sleeve
death.
death.
thanks
just
for
hope
your
we get
help.
respun up
Sleeve
later.
death me.
I guess
One
we're
of
out
the
this scene
soldiers
now.
walks forward and pulls his mask off, and he's like, "Agent Davis, is it?
That's right.
Nice work."
Pwned.
I would be like really upset, but I mean I don't know any of this, so I'm gonna secretly out of character be really mad at you.
For the next few days.
Yeah. Hope you like the couch.
Yay!
We're gonna spin these two up in a construct,
That's not gonna be good.
and we're
What's
gonna
a
ask them some questions.
They've got torture. They can spin you up and just
Sounds
torture
good
you
to me.
mentally.
Oh.
I'm just
And
glad
it
we
all
got what
feels
we
real.
needed out of
It's
all this.
VR.
Nice job shutting it down. Sorry about the safe house earlier, but it was all we really had available to us.
It's no problem. I worked it.
You did. Good job. I'll see that I put it in the report.
All right.
He
So
lets
help
you
me,
go.
if I get spun up, I'm gonna murder the crap out of you.
You
You can't
and
hear me say
you
that.
are spun up into a construct. You're sitting in a chair in front of a table, and it's an empty room. And then Sato comes in, Rez is in front of you.
The real Sato or fake Sato? Which Sato?
Well, we don't
Oh,
know.
which Sato is it? Which
Oh,
Sato is
God.
it?
So we are. You said we're bound. Is that correct?
You're
Or-
sitting in a chair. What do you try to get up?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get up.
You're shackled into the chair.
You son of a bee. You know which word I mean. Can't believe you betrayed us. Where's the real Sato?
Listen, we're here to get some information, and you've been helpful so far. If you continue being helpful, then it's just going to go well for you.
I'm trying to think of how I can curse at you on camera. This chair, am I able to rock it at all?
A little bit.
I'm going to attempt to flip it over. At this
Okay.
point, I'm just a wild animal thrashing, trying
You
to get out
start
of this thing.
thrashing, and then you feel the strength leaving your muscle, and it just kind of stops.
I was afraid of that. There's nothing I can do to help you. You already killed everybody I know.
You can give us the names of all the contacts you know.
I'd rather be slagged.
Another person reses in. He goes, "We can arrange that too.
Then do it. I don't have all day.
There's worse things.
We can leave you in the dark until you're ready to bargain."
It's true.
I like the dark.
That's where we put Sato.
Good. Put me in with my friend.
You don't really understand what the dark is, do you?
I don't need to.
You're not going to be in with anyone. You're going to be in there by yourself, slowly going crazier and crazier and crazier.
There's nothing I
2
can tell
years.
you, and there's nothing I will tell you.
10 years, 50 years, they all break eventually. Until you're begging me to re-sleeve you. And then I might just delete your stack, laugh at you while I do it. Or
This
we
guy
can
is
make
really mean.
Yeah.
a bargain.
Sounds like you got it all figured out, pal. How do we know that that didn't happen already and you just reprogrammed us to think this crap? Come on.
They can do that?
You can do all kinds of dumb stuff.
You seem like capable individuals, and we could use people of your considerable talents. Think about it. In the meantime, we'll stick you in the dark for a week. See how you're doing. After that, maybe we'll give it a month, 2 months. Eventually you'll come around. They always do. Except for Sato.
Can you feel time when you're in the dark?
I'll make it so you feel time.
Sweet.
Listen, don't make this harder than it needs to be. Just give us the information.
What information do you even want?
I told you we need contacts.
I'll even see to it that you get grapes every once in a while. You like grapes, don't you?
The only person's name I can give you, you have to promise to let me out. I can give you one person's name. Can I have it in writing that you're going to let me out? That you'll re-sleeve me?
Writing in the construct?
Yeah, it
really?
doesn't even matter, man.
You know, I'll give this one to you anyways for freebie. Their name is Risk, and I'm going to give them Risk's address.
Yeah.
Sato already gave us that one. She was there, remember?
I hope Risk still gets killed. That's all I know.
Yeah, I don't know
You killed
what you
Laura.
want to say, tough guy.
You got Risk. I killed Richards. Who's left? The rats are dead.
We'll talk to you soon, and then everything goes black.
That's fair. I don't actually have any information for them.
Yeah.
I'm real dumb now.
And that is the end of Waking Up Dead.
Oh my god.
Our altered carbon adventure.
You did
Huzzah.
an amazing job. Thank
I've been
you
your
so
GM
much.
/mainframes /pseudo power user.
That's
Adam.
right. That's right.
Our dramatis personae are.
This seems fair. I mean, this seems like how it would go in the real world.
Oh my God. Betrayal.
Because all I can think to
Betrayal.
myself is, I'm going to bite off my own tongue, but I'm in my own mind, so that's only going to just hurt, but not actually kill me.
Mm-hmm.
And
They'll just spin you
then
back
you
up.
You can suck all the strength, make my bones weaker, like all that stuff.
Light you on fire.
Yeah,
Literally-
being in there is terrible.
Yeah,
It's no good.
When you're in the torture room, there's nothing you can do.
I love this setting
Besides
so
get
much, guys.
broken.
Thank you so much for running this for us, Adam. We really appreciate
I hope you
it.
know that I'm already mostly broken, so you really are literally going to get... You can torture me. You're going to get nothing out of me. I have no more NPCs written down.
We hope.
There are more NPCs, but I hope you enjoyed playing. I enjoyed running for you. I hope the audience enjoyed watching.
Absolutely. So thank you for everybody that joined us on, well, not on our stream today, on our recording today for the
Yeah.
finale of our Altered Carbon RPG. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this, and let us know, like, how much you enjoyed it. Because if you enjoyed it a lot, like,
You definitely do it again.
And let us
Maybe
know
we
if
can do
you
it again.
figured out who done it or the mystery
Oh.
before it was revealed.
Yeah,
That's
Did
right.
you guys already know it was Sato? Because, like...
There were
yeah,
some
I
hints.
didn't- Right. I mean,
There
I
were-
got some of
there
your
were little
hints,
hints
but I
here
didn't
and
know what they
there.
were hinting at, right? I
Hmm.
thought it could have been anything at this point.
It was
so-
good, though.
Foreshadowing.
it was good.
I hope somebody else caught it. I am not that person that catches stuff early in movies. I just go for the ride. And this ride was not a good ride.
It was not a good ride.
No.
You wanted to get off
Yeah,
at
which
a certain point.
it seems like it's fitting for the actual theme. I do like that with the ability to be respun up and everything. I mean, we could continue this campaign forever, potentially.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
and
it's
you can
true.
have-
Until you literally break me, and then next time we do the campaign, now maybe we're proctorates. Like they've
Right,
convinced us
right.
so much that we have now turned to the other side.
And we'll have the full rule book so we can actually
Yay!
make characters how we're supposed to.
That would be amazing. That would be amazing.
I hope
had a fun
everybody
time.
enjoyed this.
Yeah.
And enjoyed my death
Enjoyed your death.
You didn't
Sleeve
die.
death.
and my
Sleeve
murders.
death.
It's just sleeve death.
It still feels like a death
Sleeve
to
death.
me. I still
Fun.
count them.
Everything dies.
Everything does.
All right, guys. So where can we follow Full Metal RPG at? So Brendan, go ahead and sound it off.
Full Metal RPG's podcast. We're on Podbean, but you can find it wherever podcasts can be found. Spotify, for instance. And then, we're on Instagram at Full Metal RPG. We're on Facebook, Full Metal RPG. Yeah, check us out there.
That's right. Where you can hear Brendan and Adam talk all about RPGs. And do you
That's
guys
it.
do any of this stuff as well? Do you do any playthroughs on there as well?
We have a actual play forthcoming.
Ooh.
Actually, a forthcoming
We
actual
have a
play.
plan to expand into this space. So this was
Yeah.
our trial run.
Oh, we got the trial run. That's
Yeah, we
fantastic.
came in and demoed it here to see how it worked. So
Well, that's awesome. I'm excited because this was, for me, like, I was really excited to play in this world and
Did you-
all the cool stuff that was.
Did you know the whole time that you were a betrayer?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, I did.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yes, I did. That's why I
she
didn't
got
do
notes, and
yeah.
she got a,
She's
she
playing
got
the
a note
character.
during the game too.
That's
so.
right.
Just playing a character, man.
I did a lot of leading, not leading, going, yeah, guys, just call up your friends. Just let's get this going.
Real
Let's-
talk. Did Risk get it?
Can we know that? Can we know that?
Risk probably got what was coming to him.
Ah.
Good. Good.
All right, guys. Make sure to ring that bell, like, and subscribe. We will talk to you all later. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
Bye.